Roberto Martinez has been criticised for overplaying Cristiano Ronaldo. Should Scaloni also be criticised by keeping Messi on penalties despite his poor record? That's a good question.
That's a good question, but it's when Messi takes the ball, who's going to say, no, you're not shooting?
But why is that then different to Roberto Martinez not stepping up and facing Cristiano Ronaldo, to Scaloni not stepping up and telling Messi, you're off penalties?
Well, that's not comparable. That's completely different things.
Why is it different?
Well, because it's a detail. I mean, it's one precise action on penalty shootout.
He could have got knocked out today because he missed the penalty.
Yeah, but it's not would have been against Scaloni. That's the player decides to shoot.
I thought this is the coach's choice.
No. Well, in my time, nobody would have said, Frank, you shoot. Never. Oh, Frank, you don't shoot. I signed for Chelsea. It was Dennis Wise, penalty shooter. I took the ball and I shot, and for 5.5 years, I shot. Whether I wanted or not, whether the coach wanted or not. I was the guy, decide, and before the game, you decide. If there is a penalty, who shoots, Frank? Okay.
Wait, you're talking about this discussion. Who made that decision that it's you?
I decide. I say, when the coach asks, I say, I decide.
Yeah, but the coach asks, yeah?
Yeah, he said, who's going to shoot? Well, after 30 times I scored, they stop asking maybe. But it's what it is for everybody. And with the national team, it was Zinedine Zidane or Yuri Djorkaeff at first. Then it was Laurent Blanc. And if I was playing, I was the third one. But that was planned and it was written and on rocks and on stones, rocks, whatever.
Yeah, written in stone.
And nothing has to be said. And the coach will say, oh no, we change, or some players will take the ball. No, never. That's not possible. No. It doesn't work like that. It's a feeling. It's a feeling that you have. I think Messi, when he takes the ball, he knows and he feels that he can score, and you cannot say anything about it.
Is this a double standard, Shaq?
I guess in one way. I'll differentiate it like this. Playing a player for 90 minutes has a far bigger impact on a game and the outcome of a game than a single moment, from 12 yards or not. And while others may say that these are Lionel Scaloni's and Roberto Martinez's decisions, I think otherwise. I think Cristiano Ronaldo makes that call. Lionel Messi makes a call as to who takes penalties, and the managers don't get in the way. The manager has to step in when it has a larger impact on the game, on the outcome of the game. And leaving Cristiano Ronaldo on for 90 minutes, or not, at the very least not, bringing Gonzalo Ramos on to give him some support, has a far bigger impact than Lionel Messi scoring or missing a penalty.
As for Ronaldo, whenever I watch him play, I always say that if he came off the bench for the final 30 minutes, his impact would be far greater than starting the match. This is due to his age and the fact that his work rate has dropped significantly compared to his prime. He simply doesn't have the same physical and technical output anymore. Therefore, I believe the criticism directed at the Portugal manager was completely justified. Of course, someone might argue now, but Messi plays the full 90 minutes. It's a different situation. Messi's physical output has declined just like Cristiano's. Father Time spares no one. The difference, however, is that his team helps him, trusts him, and constantly tries to relieve him of the physical burden, ensuring he receives the ball in dangerous areas. This is in stark contrast to Ronaldo, who seems to struggle with his teammates. From my perspective, they view him as a player chasing individual glory and personal milestones, rather than collective team success. Regarding the pundits claiming Messi should be taken off penalty duties just because he missed a couple of spot kicks, I find this argument to be fundamentally flawed. Penalties have never been the ultimate measure of a player's quality, and Messi's overall impact on the pitch goes way beyond that. Furthermore, despite everything, both Messi and Cristiano remain among the greatest penalty takers in the history of the sport. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear from you.
Given that Kane, Jude, Rice are among some England players, Jules, with a yellow card and could be potentially suspended if they get another yellow against Norway, do you rest some of them if you're Tuchel, or how do you manage? No, don't be resting players and thinking that we're better than Norway.
You can make a couple of calls. You can make a couple of calls and get that taken care of. You'll be all right.
Move on from all of that.
No, you have to pray. It's like the same for Olise. He got a stupid yellow card from the referee, which wasn't a yellow card. I think the French Federation is appealing built
yeah.
for that. But I think they're going to be
You
denied.
trust them as well.
But you have to
Trust
play
your
him.
players.
You have to play him. You have to play your best players, and you see after.
Trust them.
Shaka, do you think that Fries should have played as many minutes as possible leading up to the World Cup and even against Turkey because of his relative lack of experience? Do you think that could have made a difference in his performance last night against Belgium?
Listen, Fries has been Pochettino's number one ever since Pochettino came in. I have no issue with the amount of time he played or was rested, including against Turkey. I think that was a reasonable call. It was not a great performance. Let's also remember, in Fries' defence, he made this incredible save with barely a minute on the clock. And I think it spoke to his talent. And then, as the game kind of went on, he just kind of fit in with everybody else in terms of not showing up and not being their best selves. It was a terrible mistake. There's no getting away from that. But I don't think anything that preceded it or any decisions made by Pochettino leading up contributed to
But
that.
don't you think that even if there is a mistake after, is that Rim? You say Rim? Or
That's him, Rim, yeah.
Tim Ream, yeah.
He could have saved it. 100%.
Yeah.
He could have saved it.
Stevie
It's
made
as
that
bad.
point.
Yeah, come on.
It's as bad, if not worse.
Than the goalkeeper,
yeah,
because
yeah.
you just have to put your left foot like that. And I'm sorry, the goalkeeper made a mistake. But
Can you still get your left foot up that high, Frank?
no, maybe not, but there. Yeah, I do that. Don't worry. Yeah.
Well, there you go. There you go.
Yeah, well, I'm not 80-year-old.
North Tim Ream. This question, I'm going to add different to this question. Which match has been the game of the tournament so far? England, Mexico, or Argentina, Egypt? I would disagree with both of those.
Me too.
And
I
Cape Verde, Argentina?
Yes.
Cape Verde.
Argentina,
Cape
Cape
Verde.
Verde.
Cape Verde.
Argentina,
We've watched all the games together pretty much.
I know we had-
and that was
we
the
had
one.
goosebumps.
And that was the one where everyone just when that second goal went in.
Yeah.
That was,
It was just
amazing.
one of the most amazing
Yeah, I agree.
experiences we've
Because
had
it
watching
was-
football. Not just in this tournament, but I'd
Because
say
it was,
ever.
because we didn't expect it.
No.
That was so much, and how do you say, unleveled?
Unleveled?
Yeah.
And so what the game that Cape Verde showed to the world was so exceptional that we, in a neutral point of view, we were cheering for them. The others, that was not expected, but you know that it can happen.
Yeah, Shaq, you agree?
Yeah, I agree. Argentina, Cape Verde for me easily.
Yeah.
Best in the tournament.
Jules?
I agree, although I thought the Mexico-England game was pretty epic.
Oh, that was
pretty
great.
special
Yeah. It
as well.
was,
So
yeah.
we close second.
You know why it was great? Because the experience, the atmosphere,
Yes.
crazy. But nobody expected it because there was a debate before the game that how long the English players will accept the altitude, and they were warriors.
Yeah.
That was great.
Alright, regarding the potential suspension of Harry Kane, Jude Bellingham and Declan Rice, should they pick up a yellow card in the next game and miss a potential semi-final clash against Argentina? I personally think this talk is completely premature. Football has taught us to always take it one game at a time and focus on the match right in front of us. I believe the Senegal scenario is the perfect cautionary tale here. The manager was 2-0 up against Belgium, decided to rest his starters for the next match, and suddenly, after making those substitutions, Senegal ended up losing 3-2. Moving on to the best game of the tournament so far, for me, it has to be the Egypt versus Argentina tie. It was an incredibly dramatic encounter. Despite the poor officiating, I still consider it the standout match of the round of 16 to date. What are your thoughts on all of this? Let me know down below. Also, there's a video popping up on your screen right now. Make sure to go check it out. And please, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel so you never miss out on our latest updates.